Good morning. So Rafael, you've been modeling for a long while, but lately you've been acting more than modeling. So can you tell us about your latest projects?
Yeah, of course. I produced a film recently, 2 films in the past year. One of them was set in New York, but we shot half of it in Istanbul, just because the production was easier that way, so we cheated it.
Yeah.
It was all interior shots inside an apartment, but we made it look like it was New York.
Yeah.
That film was called New York in New York, and it was released in cinemas in February. And then I just shot my other film this June and May, where I also starred as the main actor. And this one was a lot more fun, and it went way better than the first one because it was my second project, so I had more experience.
Yes.
This was a road trip film, adventure film, romantic, youthful film, similar to True Romance. I don't know if you've seen that from the 90s.
Yeah, I love it.
Tarantino was one of his first scripts, actually.
Yeah.
It was that kind of vibe, you know, convertible 1970s Chevrolet Nova, girlfriend, boyfriend running away from the bad guys, you know.
Great.
Cliche.
But we love that.
Yeah. It worked really well, actually. We was like on the road for a full month in the deserts of Turkey. A lot of fun.
So how did you start acting?
How did I start acting? First, I actually wanted to be a director, and I studied filmmaking in New York for 4 years.
Where did you study filmmaking?
School of Visual Arts.
Okay.
And then I realized that I preferred being in front of the camera than behind the camera. And then I just gradually worked my way into becoming an actor. And I actually grew up on film sets because my father is a producer and a director.
Yeah.
So it was a natural transition for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got more pleasure from acting. But I always want to balance the 2 mediums. I want to be directing, producing, acting, modeling. It's all the same thing for me.
So you said that you studied at School of Visual Arts, which means you lived in New York for a while, right?
Yep.
So if you were to compare New York and Istanbul, what would you say about that?
I mean, they have a lot of similarities, actually.
Yes.
They're both extremely chaotic cities. You know, traffic. Istanbul is extremely alive. There's always so much going on. Like, you know how people say you can't get bored in New York, even if you try. There's always something going on. It's a city that never sleeps, you know? But they're also, at the same time, they're very different.
Which one do you love more?
That's a hard question. I can't answer that. My heart is here. My heart is always going to be in Istanbul. This is where I was raised. This is my home. But there are many things that I prefer about New York. You know, the culture, the people, the opportunities.
So what are your favorite spots in Istanbul? Where do you love to go?
Well, the Bosphorus is definitely one of my favorite things about Istanbul. I'm blessed enough to be living like right by the sea, so every morning I make sure to dip in the sea real quick and just get refreshed. And the Bosphorus itself is just like a gem.
Exactly.
And hop on the ferry, and sometimes I go to the old town where like the original Istanbul was built 100 or thousands of years ago. It was originally called Constantinople.
Yeah.
And at the time, this was the capital of the world. When the Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire existed, it was Naples, Rome, and Constantinople.
That's right.
So I love the energy there, the vibe, the architecture. So the old town, Grand Bazaar, the Hagia Sophia, all of that is always very special for me.
Exactly, for me too. What is your favorite lunch spot in Istanbul?
My favorite lunch spot is this place called Pandeli. It's this very special place in the old town.
Yes.
The walls are mosaic blue, and it's a very old place. It was first opened in 1901, so it's over 120 years old.
Yeah.
Audrey Hepburn actually used to go there back in the day, including Atatürk, the founder of modern Turkish Republic.
Yeah.
The food is exquisite, traditional Turkish food. You can't get that anywhere else in the world. And it's kind of a hidden gem. Not many
It
people
is.
know about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite spots too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were to describe your Istanbul in one word or in one sentence, what would it be?
I think Napoleon said it best. If the world was one country, Istanbul would be its capital.